I like to have babies. So I decided I would shop around, and I didn't realize really what Joeys were. I mean, they're still like an adult by the time you get them, but they're still kind of green. So I had gotten a couple of Joeys, and then in 2016, a girl in Lansing had some health issues, and she was looking for somebody to take care of her gliders. So I started taking care of, she had how many? 8, I think, that I took in for about 3 months until she got better. And then actually that I don't know how I found Glider Guardians. I might have just came across their page and liked it. And then I did meet Aaliyah at a conference. She's been at a few conferences that I've been at.
Do you like the conferences?
Oh, yes. Yeah, the first year when I found out about that they have conferences, I couldn't make it because I had breast cancer.
Oh.
So the next year, even though I was still recovering from breast cancer, I went down to Cincinnati to the OGG. Mm-hmm. And I really had a good time there. I learned a lot. I didn't take any gliders with me in case something happened, because nobody, I didn't know what I could do with them, like if I ended up in the hospital. And then I started the OSGA. I went to that. And then here in Michigan, they had the Glider Con. Actually, it was still in Ohio the first time, but the second and third time was here in Michigan. And I been going to those until the pandemic has hit. I have learned a ton of stuff and met people, networking. And I think that's how I got involved with the Glider Guardians. And then they had their bids and stuff. And I bid high on quite a few of the items to help the nonprofit.
That's awesome. So this is really a promotion of people going to the conferences.
Yes.
And getting the education, and then even if like whatever they learn, they take one thing away and then they meet a couple people that can help them, kind of, it's nice to have like a little group, a crew.
Yeah, you got to do some networking, and everybody has all different techniques for their gliders, and you learn about, they talk about diet, because there's really not one. I mean, there's controversy on diet, so we don't get into that, but there's some good ones out there that's recommended.
Right.
Also cage setup, safe. I didn't even realize that you had to have safe pouches and stuff, because my first 2 gliders came in a winter hat.
Oh, geez.
That was their pouch on the bottom of their cage with no wheel, and it has a little hole in it that they would go into to snuggle. And I still have the hat. I kept it.
Yes.
Yeah, the poor little critters, they were eating, the pocket pet kibble, and they said to give them apple slices. Well, yeah, I started doing that. Then I found out, they can eat more than that. So I expanded their diet.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is really good, because at least when somebody's watching this, if they are hesitant to go to one of the conferences, especially when you don't know anybody, you might want to go, you might be afraid to go alone. This is a great thing for them to see, that it would be worth their time.
I did go alone and traveled 3 hours. Didn't know anybody. Well, actually, I did know somebody. The girl that had the health issues, one of the Kian Sims, was at the conference, and I remember seeing her. I think she came and picked up a couple of gliders from this person too.
Right.
And so it's, you know, just in passing, I knew her, but not real good. And Karen Milas was there too. And I met her because I ended up with 2 foster gliders, because there was a raid here in Michigan on somebody who had a bunch of exotic pets, and Karen took in the gliders.
Right.
And they needed to be fostered until they went through court, which now I own the 2 gliders. So I've collected them.
Collected them. Yeah. That
Yes.
seems to be a theme. So
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, and then the girl, I ended up taking care of hers. She I had to take them again. And then she ended up giving me 3 of hers.
Oh boy.
As a payment, which was fine. That was fine. I didn't mind.
So what got you started in mentoring with the Sugar Glider Guardians?
I don't really remember. I think I might have just volunteered when they asked if you know, anybody be willing to do mentoring.
Okay.
And I think I must have volunteered, because same thing happened. Somebody had contacted me about trimming glider nails, and it's like, okay, did I volunteer for that too? And I must have.
So in other words, we could volunteer you for stuff and you could just say, oh, you don't remember?
Yeah, you can do that. Stop. You're being bad.
So what would you say the most important thing you've learned about being a glider slave? That's what I call it.
They have individual personalities.
Yep. Sure
And I mean, I've got a couple of them that are not real friendly, and no matter what I do, they'll never be friendly.
Yep.
And now he's going to bark at the TV. There's a dog on TV. My little guy, Peter, he likes to watch TV.
We got sawing in the background here. We got
dog barking, yeah.
This is gonna be the most humorous video ever. Oh my gosh. And if he's sawing inside my house, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh.
But there's sawdust everywhere. Somebody getting their butt beat.
Oh, yeah.
Because it sounds like he's inside my house.
Well, sawdust is good for your garden.
Inside my house, though.
Oh, well, if you clean it up and take it outside, it's good for your...
Yeah. Oh, he's cleaning it if he's outside. And then it takes forever to get rid of that.
Yeah.
So I'm having an anxiety attack right now. But, so, whew. So yes, I do.
I had the same issue with another glider, try to bond her, and she chewed off the tip of her tail because I found it in the cage. And it's like, okay, there's a tip of a tail. What do I do? Bury it or flush it? So I just ended up flushing it. So I've had a lot of issues with stress. I have to watch it, and you really have to concentrate on the signs of it.
Yeah.
And I think I could have it could have been avoided if I paid a little bit more attention to it.
Yeah.
And then I did have another glider on a Saturday night that had a infected eye. It was all red and puffy and stuff, and I had to call the vet, and I had to rush them quickly to the vet during this pandemic. And he cost me a small fortune.
Right.
That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. You got to find an exotic vet.
Yeah. And
you do have to take them ASAP because they can go downhill real quick. Well, Stitch was pretty good as I started to heal, got done with all that, and then it came back again. But luckily I had all the medications and stuff to help him out, and it hasn't come back.
Right. Okay. What's your favorite place to buy sugar glider items?
I will shop at Pampered Gliders or Lynn Ramsey's place, Suggies something. And I do end up getting a lot of my stuff when I go to the conferences.
Okay. Conferences.
A lot of the toys, and of course, I always end up bringing back a lot of the toys that I've won in raffles, or they have giveaways and stuff. So I have a lot of toys that way. But I do have like all the travel stuff I've gotten from Karen Milas.
Okay.
Oh, I have like a matching set of the luggage for them. They travel in style.
Oh, that's great. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish with some rapid fire questions. Then I'm going to highlight you, and then I will log off the recording, and then we can finish up.
Okay.
Okay. Last book you read.
It's actually one of the glider books that I got at the Glider Con. Gliders ABC, I think is what it's called.
Okay. Gliders ABC. One movie comes on and you would watch it over and over again. What is it?
Jaws.
Jaws, huh? Jaws fan. Best advice. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm scared to death of sharks, but it's got some scenes in there that are kind of rememberable.
Yeah. Well, best advice you were ever given?
I can't remember.
Okay. When you pass, what do you want to be remembered for?
The love of animals.
Ah, love of animals. Okay, so again, I am highlighting Jill Gawronski.
Gawronski, yes.
Gawronski. And if you haven't had a mentor or would like one, please reach out to one of the admins. If you're looking for information, don't forget we have information in the file section of our page. As always, happy gliding, be safe, and have an amazeballs day.